Hi friends, Miss Ella here from Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are having a great weekend. Today I'm going to plant some potatoes for our spring and summer crop. And I usually do this every winter, except I started out a little late this year. Usually I have them in the ground by November, early December. And of course you want to plant them before the hard freeze. And luckily our temperatures climbed up a bit. We're in our 40s and 50s right now, so I can get them in the ground. I'm going to mulch them heavily with some leaves, and hopefully they stay dormant until about middle of March to early April. So I'll be planting some fingerling potatoes in this bed here. And also I want to show you what happened to our purple potatoes. They have sprouted, so they already broke out of their dormancy stage. So that means the starches are turning into sugar and other nutrients. I think the basement got a little warmer than what I expected. So anyways, I think it's really pretty though. Look at this sprout. It's so bright purple. These potatoes are really pretty, and they're pretty good too. There are so many varieties of potatoes. I love the fingerlings, Yukon Golds, I think the Chieftain Red, as well as russet. But there are also two different types of potatoes, and one of them is determinate type or indeterminate type of potatoes. The fingerlings are indeterminate type, which means the tubers will grow above the initial potato that you planted or right along the bottom of the stems. Now the determinate type of potatoes, such as Yukon Gold, the potatoes will grow below the potatoes itself that you planted. And so the main difference is you'll have to hill or mound the indeterminate type, like this one here, as the plant grows, because the tubers will grow along the stem. And you don't want to expose your potatoes to light or sunlight, because they will turn green and will produce obviously chlorophyll as well as solanine, which is the poisonous chemical compound, makes the potatoes not edible. So anyways, I usually plant all of my potatoes about 4 inches into the ground, and like I said, as the indeterminate type of potatoes grow, I hill them about every 2 to 3 weeks until the potatoes are ready to be harvested. This particular type of potato matures around 110 or 100 to 120 days, so it takes about almost 3.5 to 4 months. If you'd like to grow some early maturing potatoes, Yukon Golds are great potatoes to plant. They mature within 90 days and are also an early crop, so you can plant them sometime in March and you can harvest them between June and July. So let's get this into the ground. Oh, looks like it's getting dark already. I just miss the long days. These winter days are too short for me. Anyways, when I'm planting my potatoes, I usually plant them whole. I used to cut them in half or fourths, but since it's winter and they're going to be in the ground for a little bit longer than usual, I want to prevent them from getting rotten. If you decide to cut up your potatoes in smaller pieces, make sure you cure them in a brown paper bag for about 3 days. That way it will form a scab on the flesh, which will kind of seal the potato. I dug a hole about 4 to 5 inches deep. I'm going to place the side of the potato with the most eyes up, so little stems will sprout from. And I'm just going to go ahead and just bury that up, just like that. So it's fairly easy. Potatoes are fairly easy to grow. I generally space them about 18 to 24 inches apart. So make sure you space out your potatoes far enough, that way the potatoes will have room to grow new tubers or potatoes, and you'll get more yield. Well, I'm going to get going. It's getting really dark now, so I'm going to get these potatoes in the ground as soon as I can. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden. Here are the potato beds. I didn't get a chance to record it last night since it got so dark, but I went ahead and mulched them heavily with some dried maple leaves from my wonderful neighbor. I mulched them about 4 to, I think, 6 inches of leaves in each box. And these will die down by the end of the growing season. Usually by July, August, all these leaves break down and it turns into compost. Since we do get a lot of rain during springtime, the rain helps it break down. It attracts the beneficial bacteria, and the earthworms help break them down as well and eat the microorganisms. So it's a win-win situation using dried leaves or grass clippings as mulch, which adds nutrients to your soil. Here is one of the purple potatoes that I planted on one of the boxes. I just pinched off the part that sprouted, pretty much just snap them off just like that, and hopes that they stay dormant until late March or early April. And hopefully we get to harvest more of these beauties.